Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are staying safe. Firstly, thank you so much for your love and support. In today's topic, I am going to talk about stakeholder management. Let's ask ourselves, how much you know about stakeholder management? When all of your stakeholders are happy, the project is finished. You can't call your project as a success if your stakeholders are unhappy. As a result, you must engage your stakeholders in accordance with your expectations and requirements. Let's understand deeper. Let's begin. In today's agenda, we are going to talk about what is all about stakeholder management. How do we communicate with our stakeholders? What is the stakeholder engagement assessment metrics all about? If there is any clear misunderstanding, how do we sort this up? This is an agenda for today's video. What is stakeholder management all about? For me, just to keep it simple, keeping everyone engaged, ensure all people are working towards the success of a project. Project management about knowing your audience, isn't it? If you don't get a handle on the people who are affected by your project, you might discover that they're not having any needs of interest to participate in your projects. So if your project is going to be successful, you got to satisfy all your stakeholders. In short, a project is surrounded by a people who wish to influence or will be influenced by the project. Do you agree, right? So these people are known, as a stakeholders because they're the one who also act like a threat or an opportunity for your project managers. So understand one thing, stakeholder management always begins with energetically looking for stakeholders. So today, almost every project you take a place, stakeholders play a major role in the accomplishment of all your tasks. But sometimes, the project is very sensitive to actions or decisions which they are going to take in by, your stakeholders, obviously. But for me, project stakeholders, you can consider them as a clients or, maybe end users. There may be contractors, consultants, your other public authorities, your financial institutions, or your third parties, vendors, competitors. These are all, you call them as a project stakeholders. But there are two stakeholders, one primary stakeholder, a secondary stakeholders. Primary stakeholders, they are directly involved with the project and they are totally 200% aware of the scope, what you guys are implementing in your project as a PM. A secondary stakeholder, they are part of environment of your project. For example, they have an influence on the project, but they are not directly part of it. For example, regulatories. So they are the people who acts like an external party, but they will not be directly part of your projects. So how do we understand our stakeholders? When you think about it, there are a lot of people who have an interest in your project. For example, you have a sponsor who is paying for it, the team who is making it, the people who will support in your project. But there are people who are not so obvious, but they have a huge stake in your project as well. Isn't it? If you don't pay proper attention to all of your stakeholders, you could finish and find that, they will feel like, you don't meet their demands or needs. And definitely that can cause a project to run off the rails. So understand how this stakeholder management, will help you to formulate your process. Don't be so hurry. So you figure out who are your stakeholders and plan how you will make them or keep them engaged and manage your project to keep them satisfied. So you got to identify who are our stakeholders. How do we do that? You need to spend some time to figure out who are our stakeholders before you do anything else. Once you identify them, you need to be very clear on what is the current level of their engagement, how confident, how supportive they wanted to be part of your project or a program. Then you plan it, how to get their support into your project. See, remember one thing, stakeholder management, make sure that you as a project manager or a program manager need to know who you need to engage to keep your project on track. But that is often, as a program manager, a project manager, we fail to identify those smaller gaps. And stakeholders, they have a higher authority in terms of requirements and expectations. Sometimes they change over the course of the project. So you as a program manager or a project manager, ensure that you need to stay on top of those changes, and accordingly you change your milestones or a plan, whatever you define in the project plan, right? And this is very important aspect. So you need to understand how do we manage stakeholder management, because you need to closely work with them, understand what is their needs. You keep them involved in all your decisions and give them the prioritization, right? So they need to feel, yes, they're part of your project. So you need to make them engage in much more effectively towards your project progress. So once you know how do we manage the stakeholders, so you need to also maintain the same relationship what you have built around course of time, right? So you need to understand what is your plans and actions to keep their needs in your mind. So it's very, very important as a project manager. So first thing, you need to understand and identify who are your stakeholders. So write down, okay, if you have 10 departments as 10 stakeholders, you write down what is the stakeholders' names, what is their expectation from this program or a project, what is their concerns, why do they want to be part of your program or a project. So what are these, what are those goals, right? So understand everything and document them, and then it will help you to manage them and ensure that their expectations will be always met. But you need to make them everything documented as a project manager. Either you can keep it in your project plan or maybe in the minutes of a meeting, or maybe in your stakeholder registers, right? So you need to be very clear on, as a program manager or a project manager, how do we document this. One way to get handle on how to communicate with your stakeholders is to create this power interest grid. So in this slide, what I've depicted here, I just drawn the stakeholders on a power or interest grid, and you can understand and determine who has a high or a low power to affect your project, and who has a high or a low interest. So people with high power need to be kept satisfied, while people with high interest also need to be kept informed. When a stakeholder has both, I think you need to make sure, as a program manager, you need to manage their expectations very, very closely, right? If you look at the X and Y axis, we have an interest and as well as a power. So people with high power and low interest, they need to be always kept in the loop, because you need to keep them always satisfied with your project, even though if they don't have an interest in it. But if you look at the right hand side, these are the people, they are high power, and also they are having a high interest in terms of decision makers, because they are the one who have a biggest impact on your project success. So please make sure you need to closely manage their expectations. And if you see the low and lower one, low interest and low power, right? So I mean, you shouldn't have worry about too much about these people. You simply kind of monitor them, that's it. So don't take anything too much pressure on your head. The other aspect is high interest and low power grid. And here, as I just mentioned, that you should be kept them in the loop as and when the progress of any program or a projects, right? If they are kept informed, and your project will get good buzz, right? That's it. So this is how you understand how do we communicate within the stakeholders. and this is an effective grid which helps you as a program manager or a project manager to plot them and depict them into these four areas, and this will definitely help you to identify and determine who has having a power and as well as an interest in your projects. Assessment. How engaged are your stakeholders? So it's not enough to know who your stakeholders are. You need to understand what motivates them and what it will take make them to be part of your project success. How do we ensure that they will be accountable for your program? This is where we can talk about assessment. It's called stakeholder engagement assessment metrics. So if you see in this slide, I have shown the levels of engagement: unaware, resistant, neutral, supportive, leading. Yes. What I mean by unaware, this stakeholder doesn't know that the project is happening. That's it. Resistant level, for example, let's say he is a stakeholder, he or she is a stakeholder. He doesn't want the project or a decision you are making to happen. That's why they call it as a resistant. A neutral, this stakeholder is very fine with the project or a decision, no matter how it turns out. Another level, supportive. And this is the stakeholder, or these are the stakeholders wants your project or a decision to succeed. The last one, leading. This stakeholder is actively helping the project to get succeed. Right? So you can understand, you identify all your stakeholders, plot them, and see whether are they be engagement assessment level of current or a desired. Right? So you keep them in terms of either you take your senior people or head of different departments or legal or IT or CIO, CFO. You plot them into these two aspects, right? Whether they are engaged with these levels of engagement, and then you manage them into whether they are in the current or a desired level of engagement. Remember one thing, managing stakeholder management means you also as a project manager needs to be very clear in terms of how do we clear up misunderstandings. As your project progress, you will need to check with your stakeholders regularly so that you don't develop those misunderstandings unnecessarily. Your job is to help them and take them part of any decisions, key decisions, and make sure that they are very supportive to you. So if any stakeholders showing a resistance to change, you will need to negotiate with them and make them understand why are they so resistant about. Sometimes they don't always wants to talk because they always think that you guys are ignoring him or her. So it's sometimes it's possible that they feel like they are not being considered. So you need to give them the priority and make them and maintain the good relationship with them. And remember one thing, the key to success if you wanted to manage a stakeholder management is being inclusive. And you need to share the information with everyone, whoever is impacted by your project's outcome. So treat them and you manage and maintain your relationship in the longer term. It's all about your execution, right? So, as a project manager, keep an eye and understand, how do we, maintain our healthy and, keep always a smile in terms of when you engage with them and sit with them, make them understand, give them the prioritization, how their importance towards your program. So if you manage all these things, I think you can clear up a lot of misunderstandings in your program. Just to conclude my thoughts around this, I hope you got the complete overview of what is the stakeholder management all about. and how important for us. Understand, you need to be always maintain a good relationship with the people who have a most impact on your work. Communication is very, very important, and maintaining the good relationship with them even also very important. So projects are performed by and for people. People represent both opportunities and threats. So they can smooth the path or create an obstacles, isn't it? So ultimately it is the people who judge the success of the project. So please ensure you manage and maintain. How do we assess their power, influence and interest? It should aim to get the success of your projects. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for listening, and thank you.